consciousness as a research tool. That's a new vision, that's a new question. Can we use a consciousness in science as a research tool? We are using our rational mind as a research tool. Our rational mind is building scientific hypotheses. Our rational mind is building instruments with which we measure things in nature. Our rational mind is putting together theory and praxis. Now the question is how consciousness could be useful in scientific research. We don't know exactly what consciousness is. We have a quantum theory of consciousness. We have this theory and other theory. But what we know that the consciousness in a human being function as his ability to be aware, to watch. That means the mind is creating scientific theories, mind is creating thoughts, ideas, structures, mental structures, and consciousness is observing them. So consciousness has capacity to observe material world, to observe scientific models, and to see how much they correspond to each other. Let's say a very nice example of how consciousness can be used as a research tool is our understanding of time in physics. Today, in the common physics, in the common science, it's still idea valid that the time is a fourth dimension of space. But nobody ever experienced time as a four-dimensional space. Nobody ever measured time as a four-dimensional space. But everybody is convinced this is like that. How that? When we start using consciousness as a research tool and we start seeing inside how our mind works, we can discover that the time as a past, present, and the future, it's a mental structure through which we experience universe, through which we experience, let's say, motion of an object. I can move this object in the space, and ordinary, I will experience this movement. Oh, this is moving in space and time. This is later, this is later, this is later. So time, it's a part of physical reality in which this book is moving. This is temporal experience through time. But once I start using consciousness, I go inside, I discover psychological time through which I experience movement of this book. Then I have a direct experience, which is timeless, which is atemporal. It's a better word. Then I see that this book, it's moving only in space, in four-dimensional space, according to Einstein theory, where time is numerical order of motion. So consciousness, it's a very useful research tool, especially in theoretical physics, where there are many ideas about some exotic particles for which we don't know if they are only mathematical models or they are something which really correspond to the physical reality. And here a consciousness can be used as a research tool, as a helper which will show us if something is real or it's only a mind production, let's say only a hypothetical reality which has no correspondence in the physical world. There is nothing mysterious in it, it's a very practical thing. More about what is time, more about how universe functions, more about relation between God and universe you can see in other videos, my other videos, or you can buy a book, Einstein's Timeless Universe, that was recently published by Lapp Lambert Academic Publishing, and I wish you good reading. Thank you.